Hello class, I welcome you all to this class. This is about a business environment. So, business environment, as we saw, it has economic, social, political, legal, technological, and other individual elements, say court, media, government, competing enterprises, individual consumers, and consumer groups. So, all these environment are basically external external to the business that has influence on the business. So this influence is really very important. They are, even though they are external, they have that influence on the business, which can be positive or negative. Okay, so it can be positive or negative. So this influence, when it is a positive, it provides benefit to the business in terms of addition in value. Okay, when it is negative, it provides threats to the business, which reduces its value, that is loss. This is profit or gain. So ultimately this is what it means. Okay, so all these environment, does the business has control? Does the business has control? The answer is no, it does not have control over the decision of government, over technological changes, over legal framework, over political influence, over socio-cultural, economic. It doesn't have any control over these elements. But what is it? It has to start to live with it, like we live with COVID 19, just for joke. Okay, so so as we, it has to live with it, it has to tackle the situation, it has to make it, viable for itself. So how it is important, we can understand by this. So every organization will will have to do this repeatedly in order to make positive changes across the world. Okay, so positive changes across the world, what do you mean by that? It is not only the profit, but how it adds value to its customers and general public. It has to do this with profits. This is what it means. Okay, so we are going to look into the major features of business environment. What are the features of business environment? It has a totality of external forces. So totality of external forces means it is a sum total of all external factors. Okay, it is not one particular thing that will influence the business. It is not only the economic environment that will affect the business, but it is also with legal, it is also with political, it is also with social. So it comes together. Okay, it comes together. So that means that it is the sum total of all the external factors. It is the second one, characteristics of business environment. Features is otherwise called as characteristics. So it is dynamic in nature. What is dynamic? It keeps on changing. Okay, every now and then it changes. Okay, it is not static. Anything that is static, it doesn't have life. If it keeps on changing, no, then only there is some life. In ECG also the same thing, no. If it is static like this, the person is dead. If it is having some sort of ups and downs only, then lives keep going on. Similarly, it is dynamic in nature. It keeps on changing, then only the business will be having gain. No, this gain and thing is a cycle. You gain one day, you will lose one day, but if you keep on trying, you will be able to achieve whatever you try to achieve. Okay, so it's like dynamic in nature, it keeps on changing. The third one is specific and general force. What is specific and general force? The example for specific is investors, customers, competitors, and suppliers. Okay, so investors, if they find an attractive investment elsewhere, they will not invest in your company. Customers, if their taste and preference changes, obviously they will not start purchasing your products. The fashion keeps changing now and then, right? If you are aware that previously we had this bell bottoms and all. In the 80s, people used to wear bell bottom pants and all. It'll be so funny to look the 80s pictures as of now, but there are still people who like it. Okay, they are all old generation people, but nowadays the culture is totally, the customers preference is totally changed. The fashion has gone rapid swing, so obviously it will influence what it is. So if you check that 10 years or 20 years back, you do not find so much of cookery brands, Achi, Shakti, all these things, cookery masalas and all. You cannot find those things. Why it has come? There is some customer preference. Women started to work, so obviously what they didn't find time to prepare all these masala. It will be beneficial for them if it is available in the market. Similarly, ID, dosa mavu, all these things, batter, that is there. So obviously the customer will influence what they need. Competitors, what is this competitors? Geo, that was launched, which was spoken as cutthroat competition, right? Cutthroat means it was giving everything free at one point of time, so every other telecom industry was not able to tackle this kind of a competitive pressure. So obviously it leads to many telecom industry to close down. So this kind of a thing is called as a specific force. Okay, so suppliers also sometimes can influence the business. Say for example, if the supply of supply of provision, supply of sugar cane is not produced properly, obviously there's going to be affecting certain industries. Okay, so specific factors, this will influence the specific business. It's more specific, it is more identifiable, it is more tackleable. You know what exactly the problem is. There are some general forces. What are the general forces that are there? Economic, social, political, legal, then technological. All these things are general force. They are not specific but general. Obviously you cannot identify them, you cannot tackle them, because they are general. You do not know which to tackle first, what to do. You do not know, because it does not affect business directly, but affects indirectly. It's like a stock market, no? You do not know why a particular stock price is going up, why a particular stock price is coming down. You do not know exactly. We cannot pinpoint this, because of this reason only the stock price came down. You cannot do that. There is a variety of factors influencing the price of shares in the stock market. Similarly, this also, you cannot say that economic environment led to this. It can be backed by legal, it can be backed by political, that changes this economic, or it can be backed by social also. It can be backed by technological. Previously we had the CDs and tape recorders. Nowadays if I say these 20 kids, I do not know whether two kids, I do not know whether you will be able to know these things. So you maybe after 20 years or 30 years, people will be like, what are they? We have to see them in the museum. So it will be rapid technological changes is the answer. The next is the interrelatedness. Next feature of business environment is interrelatedness. There is always an interrelationship between social and economic. Okay, the high standard of living is a result of growth in economy. Okay, I'm sure you are able to understand. High standard of living is obviously the result of growth in economy. So there is an interrelationship between all these macro environments. Okay, what is macro political environment, macro legal environment? So all these things has an interrelation. They are interrelated. The fifth one is they are uncertain. You cannot predict what will happen tomorrow, what will happen day after, what will happen 5 years later. The predictability or the forecast is very very difficult. So it is uncertainty, where predicting future is not certain. Okay, it involves risk. You do not know what will happen after 5 years down the line. Okay, so predicting that with risk, and also the predicting the future is not certain. So obviously it is more difficult to tackle. It's very difficult to tackle for the business people. So it is very difficult for the business people to tackle. Then sixth one is the complexity. What is the sixth one? Complexity. What is complexity? Business environment is a complex phenomenon that is relatively easier to understand. See, when you are talking about economy, when you are talking about the economy, you will be able to say whatever it is up to the economy. If you talk about political separately, you will be able to talk about what is political separately. Okay, you will be able to talk about political separately. But can you say the influence of economic and political environment in the business? The answer is it will be difficult for us to say. Can you say the technological influence with the political influence in the business? Obviously it is difficult. So it's like connecting like one wire to another wire. It's like this. So it is like complex in nature. Then you have the relativity. What is relativity? It is relatively different than another business. One industry, because of some outcome, will be adversely affected. The other industry will be gaining out of it. Okay, so say for example, this plastic ban that came. Okay, it affected all the plastic kind of industry, plastic production, plastic industry. But what gained is the persons who are manufacturing this environment friendly products. They were able to gain at that time. So this kind of thing will influence one business in one way, another business in another way. It is relatively different. Okay, so these are the features of business environment. And the importance of business environment is, you need to understand this thing. So the strength, you have to understand the SWOT analysis. What is the SWOT? SWOT is nothing but strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. So any business environment will be giving you opportunity and threat. So it can give you either opportunity or threat. With your strength, you should be able to tackle the threat. with your, if you are weak, you have to, with your strength you are able to overcome the weakness. Okay, so it's like this. If you are weak, obviously if there is a threat, you should be able to make sure that you have some sort of strength. To build the strength, what you need is that overall wealth. Okay, who is the leader of the world? US economy is the leader of the world. Whatever is the it is saying by the US, people will able to follow. So why it is? Because it is economically higher than any other country. Okay, so that's why. So you have to use your strength to overcome weakness, to overcome threats. You have to use your strength to actually apply or perform this opportunity so that it leads to profits and growth. Okay, so you are able to use this SWOT analysis to find what are your strength, what are your weakness, what is the opportunity that is going on, what is the threat. So this business environment helps the firm to identify opportunities. It gives a first mover advantage. What is this first mover advantage? Any business, no, you should act fast. You should be fast in either taking that decision making. You should be really fast in doing it. So second one is identify threats. If you identify threats early, you will be able to make provision for it or insure against the risk. You will be able to come out of it. But if you do not identify this early, in this what happens, the business ultimately may lose. Okay, so what you should be able to tackle this, because you are providing for it in the past. Third one is assisting in planning and policy formulation. See, planning and policy formulation will be useful or will be fruitful only if you check what is the business environment that you are into. If the environment is very prosperous, you can make a lot of planning, you can make a lot of policy towards the growth of the organization. If the environment is not that good, like this situation, you should be able to plan a survival strategy. Okay, the survival is very very important right now. You should keep evolving then and there as per the business environment that's going on. Okay, so the fourth one is helps in tapping useful resources. You may have a lot of resources in the organization. You may have finance, you may have labor, you may have machineries, you may have a lot of intellectual properties. Okay, so intellectual properties are nothing but a new kind of a thing that you have developed exclusively for your business out of intelligence. So it is an intellectual property that can help you. So these are all useful resources for business. How you use these resources to increase your profitability, okay, to make it advantage to yourself. So how you do this is by tapping this useful resources, by reducing the cost. Okay, and then coping with rapid changes. What is this coping with rapid changes? There is a rapid change that's evolving in the economy then and there. You should be able to cope with the rapid changes, otherwise what will happen, you cannot sustain in the market. The last one, it helps in improving the performance. Obviously, imagine that you have a very good plan, imagine that your policies are very good, imagine that you have a useful good you're tapping the useful resources in optimum way. Imagine that you are adapting to the rapid changes. Ultimately it leads to what? It leads to improving your performance. So if you improve your performance, there is always a growth, there is always a growth in the company. So this is key. Okay, so these are all what importance of business environment. So I am sure that you are able to understand what is the business environment aspect, and also what are the features of business environment and the importance of business environment. Keep learning, I will see you in the next class. Thank you, class.